thumbnail?
Just until I...
God damn it.
Just until I change it when I go into editing. Jeez.
Motherfucker.
Louisa. There's one more I need to do.
I don't really care. Hello, everybody. She's having a her moment, obviously. Do I put it above or do I put it behind the buns?
Behind. What's more comfortable? But I want to see your buns, Chen.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Did you call me Chen?
No.
You forgot we were on live, didn't you?
No.
You
I never called you.
Wang Chang,
I never called you Chen. I said Chun. There's a difference. Chun-Li has these. The Street Fighter character.
Okay, that's fair.
It was a slight read. Majorly slight. Oh,
more comfortable in front. You can still see them.
Who?
My buns. My Chun-Li's. Hadouken. Finish him. You know?
Oh, I need to turn.
I know about Street Fighter.
We need to get our headphones in, right?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
No, it's all good.
My bad.
What up, Demetrius? How you doing? I see you. I see you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay. Which?
I've arrived. I'm ready.
Are you ready to hit your 8 count, Kayla?
You know I can't hit an 8 count. You know that. I can hit a 2 count.
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired today, but we're working on that. The show must go on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're professionals.
Mm-hmm. Because we're artists. And we're sensitive about our shit.
Oh, I'm so glad there was no porn on my computer.
You know, I have that fear sometimes when I open my computer in a public place.
I told you.
I immediately mute it just in case.
I told you that I had an incident once before I was teaching. Totally forgot to close the window on my phone. And so when I plugged the phone in.
Oh no. How many people were in there?
5, 6, 7, 8. About 17.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh! Yes, Daddy.
Why you gotta be like this?
Because it's funny. Okay.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do my Issa vibes on the fly today. Do you hear yourself?
I do not.
Oh, because
yeah.
Anything now?
No.
I can hear.
I cannot.
I can hear myself. Which one is your
Did you sure the right headphones are plugged in? I can't because I can't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear me. I can't.
Well, I need to see where your cord leads. Yep, yours isn't plugged in. Also, congratulations.
Who said that?
No, I'm telling congratulations to Demetrius.
Gotcha. Okay, now I can hear myself.
Praises be.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Won't he do
it?
it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? It's ᵗᵦᵒ. ᵗᵦᵒ. Shando. Coming in a Hyundai. Coming in a Hyundai. Coming in a Hyundai. Oh, wait, is this on? Oh, is this showing? Work. You better work, Kay.
Thank you.
Ouch.
Okay. Let me make sure my phone is off. It is. Village Vibes Podcast started a live video. Watch before.
No, my number is different because I live in Oregon. Oh wow. Greg! Greg! Dobashin! Also, I'll DM you my message, my number, Demetrius. Or you can
Wow, so
I don't think
many
I had
lives going on
yours.
right now.
Greg! Shout out to Dash Ensemble! Purchase College!
Why are you
I'm
yelling?
sorry. I don't know why
Why
I'm
are
yelling.
you yelling?
My bad.
This is such a small room, and I have headphones in. You're hurting.
So now
my
I can't
ears.
hear myself.
What you mean?
I don't. You can hear yourself now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear myself now. Because my headphones aren't in. Is this yours or mine?
Those are mine.
How did that happen?
I have no idea.
Because I had just heard myself. Oh, there we go. Can you hear yourself now?
Yes.
Shout out to Dash Ensemble. I love Gregory Dolbashin. Demetrius and I went to high school together. Demetrius is my ex-boyfriend.
I guess, is that true?
It is true.
Oh, okay.
Also, Gregory Dolbashin is one of the smartest people I know. He used to piss me off. He's one of those motherfuckers who, like, he don't need to read one single book. He's one of those people. He just rolled into class knowing everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And he got straight A's all the time. Greg, I never got to tell you that, but that's the truth. That's how I feel about you, boo. I really
That's a really nice compliment.
It is. I mean, he's a genius. He's incredibly smart and incredibly talented too. Good old days. Good old days.
Okay, so I love Snooki. I love her. But she posted this thing on Instagram the other day, and it said 3.5.
Melissa.
Instead of 3.5. She said 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. No, it's 3.5. It's not in a half.
Who arranged this? Who did this? Gregory Dolbashin is a genius. Very talented choreographer. If you don't know, now you know, niggas. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Dang it, why is this happening to me today? Kayla, stop. Look at that. You see how this is? Look. What am I going to do with this?
Will this part not tighten?
Okay. I think we're good.
Okay. Just don't touch it. Okay.
All right.
Cicely Tyson.
So Melissa. I think Lauren's watching. Lauren, are you watching? I think Lauren waved. That looks like Lauren saying. Lauren Gangster, is that you? All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to
Good afternoon, good night.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night. Now, we have a special guest. Sitting to my left is Scary J. Blige. She came in today with her full-on Mary J. Blige, like Fendi, actually Aldo, you know, covering the full face glasses, but they're Aldo.
Glasses are from Ross. I feel like it's a her moment.
I feel like it's a Mary J. Blige moment because her gives you more, you know, boho chic, and those are not boho; those are grand.
No, she gives you grand sometimes.
That's definitely Mary J. Blige.
You think I should have on a knee-high white boot?
Not going cry video. Why does it have to be white? Mary doesn't wear white boots.
Do I need a pink cowboy hat?
That was an era. That was the 90s into the 2000s, and you know that was the 2000s. So
doesn't matter. People
there was a transition of fashion, anyway, so we're not going to do that.
Welcome to Village Vibes Podcast.
It is. It is a joy to be back in the studio with you, Kayla. We missed you last week.
I know. I missed it. I missed being here. Oh well. What can you do? But the interview with Sarita was lovely.
Sarita, thank you so much. Sarita was wonderful. We didn't get to do the live for that because I was lazy. But Sarita stopped by. We appreciate you. Check out On She Goes. And, you know, this episode probably will be a little short. We don't have a guest today. But I'm tired.
Yeah.
But we're still here.
Fucking grateful that we're even here.
Don't you put your labels on me. Don't you?
That bitch is crazy.
Absolutely nuts.
Okay, we're gonna.
By the way, I love the glasses, Kayla.
Thank you.
It's a look. It's a movement.
Listen.
You know, before we head out and before we go into our stuff for the day, I just want to tell y'all to live your lives fully, as full as possible, because there are people out here who don't give a fuck about your life, your health care, your Medicaid, your Social Security, nothing like that. Now, I'm not saying go out here and shoot people or anything like that. What I'm saying is, if you want to do something... I'm just saying, you know, because sometimes when you say people go do what you want to do in life and go, you know, I always say that. I'm like, no, don't go insane. I was just being dramatic.
Okay.
I'm just saying, live your lives to the fullest. If you want to go travel, figure out a way to travel. There's ways. You don't, and also you have access. I know that we have communities out there who believe that things like travel or seeing sights or going places is a luxury. It's not. I tell you, it's not. If you have a means for transportation, whether it be public, whether it be bike, there's always something you can do. I just want people to live their lives to the fullest before these people in the government ruin our entire lives, or before we ruin our entire lives. That's all I'm saying. If you want to dance, go dance. Take a dance class. Live out fully, you know? I'm broke as hell, but you still see me coming here every Saturday, right? Because I'm doing what I love.
This is a lot for an intro. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I'm Britton, and this is Village Vibes Podcast.
I already said that, B.
Did you really?
I said, welcome to Village Vibes Podcast.
Well, I didn't say welcome. I said this is. There's a difference.
Oh. Is there? Okay.
Yes. So, I was reminding hoes. Also, okay, I'll do this in Bay of the Week. We'll be back.
Okay. What were you going to say?
We got us another contribution to our Patreon.
I saw that. The $10 donor.
Yeah, don't be telling people. Be like $100, stupid. Sorry. Let these hoes think that we getting coins.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Why not? You just said you were broke. You just said that.
No, I'm talking about Patreon.
Whatever.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I feel like maybe we're not on the same wavelength right now.
No, I definitely don't think that we're on the same wavelength. But that's okay. That's what friends are for. Woo! Through good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Wow! Wow! Wow!
Stop it. What is happening?
I don't know.
That was nice, though. You really put a lot of passion into those notes.
Coffee.
You heard those notes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't really give you what I could have given you, but you know.
I know.
So before we begin, I just want to give a quick shout out to one ᵗᴦᵐᵉ. Thank you so much, dear heart, for contributing to our Patreon. This is the kind of support that we hope to receive and look out for. I know we all out here struggling, but you know, we out here trying to struggle and make our dreams happen too. So ᵗᴦᵐᵉ, we appreciate you for going to Village Vibes Podcast Patreon page.
Yes.
So for any of the rest of you,
www.patreon, Patreon.
Absolutely. Also, you know, you want to promote your
podcast.
company, you want to promote your business through here. People be listening. They'll find out about you for a small flat rate fee of $5.99.
$5.99.
An ad.
Cheap as fuck.
Is that?
I
I'm just making this up as I go. Who's your Bay of the Week?
Okay, before I wanted to share a Facebook viral post. This came out a while ago, I think. Oh, February 28th, so like a month ago. But I think it's so good. I have to read it. Will you help me?
Faraya.
Posted this.
Hold on. Oh, you don't want to say the name?
No, I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Faraya or Faria?
Okay.
Faraya.
Okay.
We'll say Faraya. If we got it wrong, sorry.
Last name G or
Jama?
J-A-M-A.
Jama?
Did I say G?
You did.
J-A-M-A.
Wow.
Wow. I am really in this space. Okay, I'm looking up. I'm here. When Beyoncé releases Musical Genius, she marches over and tears out our edges and burns them with her radiance and black brilliance.
Yeah.
When Solange releases Musical Genius, she comes in and slathers on Jamaican black castor oil, massaging it along our bald edges to stimulate regrow while humming black ass lullabies. That's the difference between the sisters, and in both instances, I am supremely honored.
Wow.
It's just such a beautiful breakdown of like
What a word of truth.
Beyonce and Solange.
It's true.
It's so
true.
good.
Beyonce comes through and strips every follicle out of our pores. Okay.
Yep.
And in Solange, did I say Solange? I said Beyonce comes out. Yeah, and steals every follicle out of our pores. And then Solange just comes and just replants the entire field.
Yeah.
You know, and gives us sustenance again, you know, through the fire. Truth be told.
Ooh, I felt like I had to share it. Okay, my Bay of the Week this week is Planet Earth by BBC. I have been like so obsessed with it recently, and I've like always been obsessed. I remember when Planet Earth first came out. My dad and I watched it. I was so excited about it because they had hyped it up as like this grandeur documentary, and I became obsessed with it instantly. And then over the years, I was like, yeah, I love Planet Earth. But I didn't really watch it. And when I would watch it with my dad after it had first come out, I would often fall asleep to it. I mean, it's really like soothing. It's really calming. It's narrated by Sigourney Weaver.
Is it Sigourney Weaver?
The American version is.
Oh, is that the one with
the original?
Oh,
and that's David Attenborough, I think.
Okay. Anyway. Shout out to Sigourney out here getting work.
Well, this was in 2004 or something. 2006.
Oh, well, we still playing it. I'm sure she gets royalties.
Oh yeah. It was a big deal to have Sigourney Weaver, but she's also like a big activist for
the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of that stuff. So anyway, I rediscovered it. Kenny thought it'd be fun to put it on. I don't know. It was like sometime last week, and I became like obsessed with it all over again. It is just like I did like a Facebook appreciation post about it. I'm like so obsessed with it right now. Yeah,
you showed me that last night, and maybe I just wasn't in the right headspace for it. But I was like, I'm gonna go sit over here to the right while y'all watch this. This is kind of because it was a little bit depressing the moment that we were seeing, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to watch this.
It's the circle of life.
It's true. You know what? It is beautifully done. The cinematography is phenomenal. I mean, like you said last night, it just kind of reminds you that we are so small.
Yeah,
in this very large universe.
We're so small, and that like. At the end of the day, we're just animals.
Yeah, we are just molecules.
Right, exactly.
We're just atoms.
And I believe in energy and transference and all of that stuff, but like ultimately we are just organisms.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
This whole like anyway, I'm getting a little too existential. Anyway, Planet Earth, BBC. Planet Earth 2 is even fucking better, if you can imagine.
It's not a movie. It's not like a documentary. It's a series.
Yeah, docuseries.
Got you.
Planet Earth 2 did.
Hey, Connor.
One of the habitats that they did, one episode was cities. So it talked about like human involvement and how the development of the new world and all of that stuff has affected and impacted animals. It's so beautifully done. Like all of the narration, all the information that they give you, all of the cinematography, the shots that they're able to get of these animals just doing their thing in their natural habitats.
Mm-hmm. So just before we continue, can you just do a quick Real Love rendition real quick? You're really giving me full Mary.
I'm not.
Like, you're giving me full Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, like full My Life album. You're giving me full Share My World. Can you please just do a little something for him? Do a kick or do a bop or...
We are lovers through and through, and though we made it through the storm, I really want to realize. I don't feel like doing it anymore.
You were doing good. You were doing good.
That sounded like shit. Anyway, who's your Bay of the Week? I'm done. I've been like nonstop talking about Planet Earth like all fucking week. I should really shut up. Go ahead.
No, why not? Be proud. People should know what's happening.
This documentary, you don't understand, okay? Like, these are habitats and landscapes and places and animals that like only a handful of human beings had seen before. Only a handful. And then BBC decided, hey, let's film for 5 fucking years, edit all this fucking footage so that the entire world can be exposed to these incredible things that are on our planet. That's insane. We should be grateful. And we have completely destroyed the planet, and humans deserve to go. We deserve to go.
I don't feel like I deserve to go. I don't feel like Hey, bae. Oh my God, Connor called me bae. Connor, you're a hottie. My Bay of the Week, I have a few. And I have one that's just a tinge of a critique. So the first one goes to, of course, Mother Mary J. Blige. Madam Toni Braxton and Sister Brandy, because they have been inducted into the R&B Hall of Fame, as they should be. I feel like Brandy really, unfortunately, fell off. I mean, ever since she had that incident with the car.
But kids today have no clue who Brandy is.
Right, and it's just really, but it's just really frustrating because I feel like Brandy's one of those artists who they should know who she is.
Yes, I agree.
Like, she is
Brandy
a legend and
was
an
one
icon.
of those platform. I mean, she's one of those people who built the platform.
Yes, for like commercial pop R&B success. Brandy was one of the pioneers in that. You know, I mean, it was major.
Monica.
Well, Monica still has people know who Monica is because she's a hood queen, like Gunica. That's what they call her. When she was on stage at that performance, they do call her Gunica because at her last concert, she stopped the show and was like, what are y'all doing? Like she's like, if I have to take off my shoes and come down there and separate the both of you, I will. Otherwise, separate or this show is getting canceled. Like then they call her Gunica from there.
You know what else I love Brandy so much for? Fucking Cinderella. I love her so much for that.
I love her for being the first Black Cinderella.
Yes, I love that.
I don't think that film was that good.
Oh, fuck you.
No, I'm just think about it.
Listen, okay, the acting is trash.
It's not the acting. Brandy was a phenomenal actor. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Moesha and Thea. And
I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the one you're putting on top of the resume. That one, not Moesha, but you're gonna put I Know What You Did Last Summer at the top of the resume. What?
So it was just, I mean, it was I think for that time, it was brilliant to see the music. Whitney, of course, it is a legendary show. It is amazing. You know what? I take it back. Cinderella was great.
That movie is iconic.
You had a multicasted, beautifully cast Whoopi, old boy from Seinfeld. You know what I mean? Like it was cool.
That Asian guy.
Yes, wasn't that her brother?
An Asian prince.
Oh, Asian prince. Amazing. Yes. So they were making strides. They were trying to do things, but I just don't think it landed like it should have. It should have landed harder. Yeah, I definitely. It's kind of like up there with The Wiz. Like The Wiz should have landed harder, but it wasn't. It wasn't a. I feel like over time, The Wiz has become a big deal. It became a cult classic. Correct. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Exactly. Like Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney. Whitney. I mean, alone Whitney. Oh. It's Whitney. Yeah. Oh my god, that's such a good movie. Okay, Toni Braxton, I mean, also a voice, like just still out here singing in magical altos that like nobody else will ever imagine to attain. I just whatever. She's just great. That thought. Oh my god, I never responded to it, but that impersonation of Toni Braxton is so. So they did a Tatiana version of a Toni Braxton version of Tatiana, which was really hilarious. If y'all haven't seen that, y'all have to check it out. It is funny, and the person who impersonates Toni just hit the mark. Oh, 100%. Absolutely, and of course, Mary, the queen of hip hop soul, she has just stirred our hearts and our spirits, and she's still just very relevant today, and they don't want so. Giving her things, and she's out here almost 60 looking like Angela Bassett too, and I'm like body. So is Toni be working out twice a day. Brandy's Brandy, I don't know. My second day of the week goes to Black horror films, specifically because I just saw Us, and there's something about the way. First of all, to see a fully Black cast in a horror film, thank you, Jordan Peele. But second of all, like I feel like with Black horror, specifically brown skin, you just do not need the element of gore. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of violence and stuff like that in Us, but like I can just be scared. Like I think about films like Beloved, that was just scary. Like we do horror so well. Like thrillers so well. Here's the thing too, is that in those films, like the actors that they cast are actually just really, really good actors. So you don't need that. Right? Like you think of Silence of the Lambs, you think about how amazing Jodie Foster was or how wonderful Anthony Hopkins was. You don't really think too much about the gore. He's just scary as him. Right. So like when you think of Us, Lupita is the entire reason that movie is as scary as it's scary on that alone. Just our facial expressions. And again, the way that our skin looks in certain lights, fucking brilliant. Like the lighting, the fact that for ages, like people have discounted Black people in so many markets is a insane to me. You know, and now all of a sudden people see the value of the Black dollar and the value of attraction to Black performers in mainstream theaters and mainstream cinema.
Right.
It's just overdue. And we just do it so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like we direct so well. We are just talented. Like we're super talented and people steal from our culture.
Yeah. Well, Jordan Peele is here to change all that shit.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
He is Bay of the Week. Oh. I love Jordan Peele so much.
Black horror films, even things like Tales from the Hood. You know, when I think about those old scary movies with Black folks, even Candyman, fucking scary. I mean, that was gory, but you know, I just feel like it's good to see us in this genre, and I feel like we've been discounted in this genre for a very long time on the mainstream level. It existed, but people don't pay attention to it or find value.
Certainly on the mainstream level.
Absolutely. And then last, I may get criticism for this. Kayla and I spoke about this last night. Last Bays of the Week goes to Beyonce and Jay-Z for being at the GLAAD Awards. One, I just appreciated their presence at a venue like the GLAAD Awards because you don't see heavy hitters like B and J at the GLAAD Awards. You know what I'm saying? So that was huge. Right. So, and I was like, you know what? Come on, marketing. You better get your gaze. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to ᵗᵦᵐᵉ for that amazing performance that she did. What's it called? A tribute to Beyonce. So, one slight critique, and I know you have a lot to say about this, and I agree with you. People like went up. It's just like people went up for Beyonce and Jay-Z's speech. They were like, they gave a heartfelt speech, which I appreciated them being vulnerable enough to give us a glimpse of their lives. And I know that's something that they don't do. I still am fighting to relate to Beyonce.
Okay, so
I love Beyonce. I love the music. I just want to believe her when she speaks. I want Jay-Z being as prolific of a writer as he is. Brilliant albums, brilliant writing, great pen. I don't understand why you can't find your words in interviews. Beautiful gowns. I don't understand why they can't find their words in interviews or on stage accepting awards. I'm just like, well, where did the words go? I'm like, Jay-Z's a mastermind with words. This shouldn't be hard for him to be stuttering and stressed and nervous like this on the stage, right?
Well, I'm sure he feels a lot of pressure because, like, not a lot of rappers speak very openly about allyship to the gay community.
True. Okay.
So I can understand he might feel like a more of an immense responsibility in speaking. I agree with you. I don't think that Beyonce is relatable at all. But my argument to that is she doesn't have to be. It's Beyonce.
I agree with you.
She has set the bar so fucking high when it comes to talent and performance that she doesn't have to do anything else. I don't care if you believe me when I sing it. You're going to buy the album. Like, believe me or not, you're going to be tuned in.
Right.
So it doesn't even fucking matter.
Which is what I said. I will be there.
You want to watch everything that she does next. She's not created herself to be a relatable star. That's Cardi B. That's
Rihanna.
That's Chrissy Teigen. That's Rihanna. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But because her talent is at such a stature that nobody else at this time can touch. I mean, very few people. Bruno, maybe. There are a couple that Lady Gaga, all that.
Yeah.
But like in terms of talent, like she's at the top of the game. I mean, she's at the very tip top of the food chain.
Right.
So she doesn't have to do anything else. It doesn't matter. That's why she's not in the press at all. That's why she never does interviews. That's why, she keeps those speeches short and sweet.
And devoid of any personality.
And devoid of any personality, but she doesn't have to.
I just want a little glimpse of personality. Because even when I think back to Once Upon a Star, or I Wish Upon a Star, her documentary with HBO, when she started to cry, I was like, oh, I just don't believe you.
I hear you.
It's just like I feel like if I were to get if I were ever afforded the opportunity to spend time with them, I would totally do it, right?
Absolutely, anybody would.
But I feel like Solange would take me to the barbecue spot. I feel like Solange would take me to the where the best clubs are, the best strip club. I feel like Beyonce would just stay home.
Yeah, I agree.
I would want to kick it with Solo.
I agree.
For example, I just want.
Because that's not her MO.
I keep wanting some personality to shine through.
Beyonce
but I'm done.
Doesn't need personality. I think when you...
Because she gives it when she performs?
No, because when she performs, it doesn't matter. Tell me that when you were watching Coachella, you thought, oh, I just wish she had more personality. Maybe you weren't thinking that. You were thinking,
like,
we stand a queen! We stand a queen! I mean, you were like, yeah. You would learn the choreography within the first 30 minutes. I mean,
right.
And it's iconic. You don't... That is not
but I think,
who she is as a superstar.
But I think when the media puts up these taglines are just heartfelt speech. You know, I really tuned in, and I know that's why they do it.
But you and I are the kind of people that can understand, like, that's not real.
Yeah.
But majority of the people watching probably can't decipher that.
Got you. Okay, you're right. And I guess it's just that the whole, I was like, oh my God, I was so excited because she was like, they were like heartfelt speech. And I was like, yes, I can't wait to tune in. And
it was pretty
I guess I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, it was pretty bland. I was like, oh wow, y'all are so boring. But so talented and super more talented. Money than I will ever see in 8 lifetimes. So
right. But then again, and maybe Jay-Z was just, like you said, a little nervous and felt like he had a lot of pressure and responsibility when it came to what specifically he said. But like in general, when I look at Jay-Z interviews, like when he did the one with David Letterman from his show on Netflix, he didn't give you anything, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like even when he was talking about are you talking about that super long interview where he talked about cheating and he talked about Kanye?
It was a Netflix. It was on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. He talked about Blue and a little bit.
He's so flat the entire interview.
And I don't want to say that I want to know your business. I'm just saying like my heart just keeps wanting to like feel like it could connect to yours, and it's not. There's like a huge cellophane wall that's just stopping us.
And I think everybody knows that I don't think anybody cares. Nobody cares about that.
I guess so. Or yeah, you're right. Okay.
So long as she puts out another album, does another show,
which they said she's working on some new stuff, and it's got the heat. So I'll be here for the music, the choreography,
always,
the stage, all of that. So those are my days of the week.
Okay, good ones. Good ones.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right, coming up next, what we learned.
This is what I learned.
Yeah. Okay.
What'd you learn this week?
So, what I learned this week, I don't have much. Like I said, I'm really exhausted. I really tried to rack my brain over like all the things, and I had time. I just couldn't find much. So I don't know if anybody's noticed, but on my Instagram, on my social media in general, I've taken it very serious, my health, which I'm just really proud that I'm able to keep the consistency, and I'm using social media right now to hold myself accountable. Mm-hmm. So it's really for me, and the thing of it is that I'm really excited because I'm finding that it's inspiring others as well. Mm-hmm. People have sent me messages and it's inspiring them to get out moving or to do 30 minutes a day, and I'm doing a variety of workouts every single day. I post them in time lapse. So you don't really get to see how much the struggle is in these workouts. It just looks like I'm in perfection, but truth is no.
Truth is right.
I'm dying. I did my yoga video today and I was like in fucking tears. I was dripping like from my nipples.
Whoa, graphic.
So
whoa.
In places I didn't even know existed or could sweat from.
Yeah.
So what I'm learning is that like you don't have to be on some huge pedestal to inspire people. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have this huge notoriety to inspire people.
Right.
I mean, it's just, and I'm really grateful for that because, I just didn't realize that would impact people. Mm-hmm. So
that reminds me of a quote. Can I share it really quick?
Share it.
It said, it was a Tumblr post, and somebody had said, when we talk about time travel, people who go back in the past are always afraid that one small thing is going to affect the entire future. But people in the present don't think that way about one small thing they can do to impact the entire future.
Wow.
Right? Whoa. Okay, anyway.
Come on, Poetry Slam.
You are real, like, it is inspiring.
Yeah, and I just didn't know my body was going to hurt the way that it is. Bitch, I mean glutes, hamstrings, quads. I'm talking glutes, hams, quads, IT bands, biceps, triceps, biceps. Yeah! So I guess I'm really happy. It feels really good when you are. I hope that this motivates people to really be mindful of the nutritional aspect of what they're doing. Working out is one element, but they say 90%, 70%, is 70 to 90 or something like that is nutrition.
Yeah.
And I've been following my meal plan, and it's tough, it's hard, but like I've got the discipline for it, and so do other people. If it's what you want to do and you want to care for yourself, I suggest you to do that. And if using things like social media helps you with it, I support you. So that's the only thing I learned this week.
That's a good thing.
I have other things, one other thing, but I haven't figured out a way to properly relay that.
What is it?
In speech.
I gotta fix these.
No, we're cool. I'm good. That's all I learned.
What?
That's all I learned. Go.
Are you gonna tell me after?
Sure.
Okay.
I think I already have. Okay. Yeah, I already spoke to you about it.
Oh. Okay, well the first thing I want to say is thoughts and good vibes are with you, ᵗᵦᵐᵉ. He is a center for the Blazers. Monday night, the game against Brooklyn Nets, I think. Double overtime. 2 minutes left in double overtime. Lands down on his leg snaps in half. Nope. It was so awful to watch because he didn't know what was going on when he was lying on the floor. He just knew he was in a lot of pain. And you could see his bone through his sock. And everybody was like, holy shit, because he's a really good asset to the team. And
absolutely, yeah.
We're 2 weeks before playoff time. And that game, they clinched a playoff spot. So, like, it was just really, really heartbreaking to watch. And I was pretty stoned. And I was like, holy fucking shit, this is so awful. Because as his coach was telling him, or his, their physical therapist, the team's physical therapist was telling him, like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, we're just going to get you to the hospital. Basically telling him that the rest of his year is over and possibly his career. It was a compound fracture.
That's the part that's really, yeah.
So, and he's 24. He just signed a 4-year contract this year for the Blazers. Which the thing about the NBA is that they pay their players for those 4 years up front. So they get paid no matter what, which is nice. But oh man, it's really heartbreaking. And like, I know it's sports and I always say like, oh, it's just a game. Like, it's just entertainment. Who cares? But that's pretty crushing. And that's going to be really hard on their team. And that's hard for the city. Like, you know, we're a basketball city. We're a basketball and a soccer city. And like, Portland is obsessed with the Blazers.
Right.
And it was just
and
really
it is somebody's livelihood.
It is.
You know, we don't know these people's backgrounds. We just see them as they become these superstars and we hold them to this really high standard. But much like us all, we're all human. You know, some of us are more assholes than the other, but like, you know, we're all human. And that is his livelihood. And it's probably his dream and passion.
It is. Yeah.
You know, and so that's
he moved here from.
Yeah. It's gotta be rough. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to the people in Mozambique. And he died specifically. There was a huge cyclone out there. Like, Mother Earth is letting us know promptly and swiftly, like, hey girls,
it's time to go.
If you don't quit this, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna have to let you go.
It's too late. It's time for us.
I don't know if it's too late.
It's time for humans to go.
I don't think so.
So I have this. I don't know if I've talked about this on the show yet, but like, I've been thinking a lot about like dinosaurs were the species that ruled the earth first, and then it was humans. Once humans are wiped out, because clearly we deserve. What's the next?
Do we?
Major
or is
species?
It a specific group?
No, it's a specific group of people. It's true. When you think of like indigenous cultures, like they're so kind.
Who knew how to appreciate the land?
Work with Mother Earth. Yes, absolutely. And appreciate Mother Earth. Anyway.
But they also have different values when it comes to life and death. It's like death is not something that they're afraid of. You know, it's celebrated.
Because they understand energy transfer.
Absolutely. Come on now.
Wow. White people, really. Catch up. Anyway, I think the next main species is going to be bears. Because they can live in any climate. They're at the top of their food chain. They're big. I feel they can swim. I feel like it's gonna be.
I don't know.
They're gonna evolve into the next.
I don't want to be completely morbid here, but like, if things are wiped out on the surface of the earth, the bears ain't gonna be there, sweet love.
I hear what you're saying. Anything but sharks or whales, which makes sense.
But it's always been sharks and whales.
Here's the thing.
They've been here. They were here when the dinosaurs were here too.
Yeah, that's true. But they don't run the planet like we do. They don't run.
They don't run the planet that we see.
That's true.
Let's go into their territory.
Oh wow. Okay. Next, everybody get yourself
Shout out to
lip
Aquaman.
exfoliant.
Oh, a lip.
You mean Jason Momoa?
Mm.
A lip exfoliant. They're like $3. They look like a little lipstick. They have like little sand beads stuff that you rub
Exfoliating
on.
scrub material.
Probably plastic. It's probably killing your earth, but whatever. Self-care hashtag. But the shit.
Make sure your self-care isn't harming the planet, people. That's what I heard.
But that shit really makes your lips soft. Everybody invest. I've also been trying to do some stuff for self-care, and that shit is hard as fuck. And that's all I'll say about that. Okay. Us. The spoiler alert? Should we give a spoiler alert?
I was wondering if we should do that.
Okay. Let me say this. Lupita deserves an Oscar. Point blank.
That's an understatement.
Understatement.
We need to
Holy
really like
shit.
if they don't give Lupita, I'm passionate about this.
Yeah.
If y'all don't give Lupita
100% agree
nothing but every single accolade, I think she deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. Hoes. Seriously.
I think she should be nominated for Best Supporting and Best Actress at the awards.
That woman.
She is so fucking talented.
I remember seeing some B-list movie where she was just a flight attendant extra.
Wow.
I think it was what was that movie with Jodie Foster where she has the daughter on the plane and the daughter gets lost on the plane? Oh. Lupita was a flight attendant. So this was my first to see her go from that
to this.
To see in that cast, the cast in general, Winston Duke, the comic relief in that film, and also just this bourgeois dad who had this affluent cast, and the characters.
Yeah.
And to see him try to just add this comedic value to it on top of the horror and thriller, I love the way Jordan Peele pieces this together. It worked effortlessly.
And Twilight Zone comes out on Monday.
Yeah, but it's just hosted by him, isn't it? No, Steven Yeun is in there, girl.
He did some writing for it. He's also hosting for it.
Did you see Steven Yeun?
Yes, I did.
He's in there with his fine ass. Woo! Steven Yeun.
Anyway, I'm so excited for Twilight Zone. If Us is any... Well, and the thing was, Us is based on an original Twilight Zone episode.
Sure. I mean, there's a whole bunch of films that, you could pull inspiration
No. I'm saying Jordan Peele said that, so I wonder if that's why they brought him on for the reboot of Twilight Zone, because they knew that he was a fan of the
Get
show.
your bag.
I'm telling you, Jordan Peele, first of all, I am fucking obsessed with Twilight Zone, the original Twilight Zone, and I think Jordan Peele is probably one of the best filmmakers of our time. In this current moment, if he continues on the path that he's on, he will be one of the best filmmakers of our time. Period.
I'm still going to give my stuff to Spike.
Absolutely, but come on.
Sure.
If he continues on this
today's
path,
new era, sure.
Oh my god.
Absolutely, I'm with you. But Lupita, those kids,
the kids,
the daughter Brilliant. Zora and her doppelganger, girl, that doppelganger had me afraid.
And she really smooth said, "I have the highest body count." So I was like, if I was with my family in that situation, that'd be the last fucking thing on my mind.
Here's the thing I'll say about, and this is what I loved about the film. It's just it really is a cerebral thriller. That's the way Amia put it in one of her Insta stories. It had me talking. I'm still talking and still trying to figure out. There's so many elements to this film that you could miss. You have to see it again. I'm talking about it with all of my friends, and we're just trying to figure shit out, figure out connections. What does this mean for the next film? The messaging about the wall, the red representing Republicans, the people connecting, and that whole Hands Across America thing was a real thing. It was a real moment, and it was a program designed to aid Black and brown folks and the poor demographic, and it failed miserably. Brought in no money, and it was supposed to be some kind of commentary on how yet again this system fails the people they continue to oppress. So and people who are completely devoid of love. I mean just imagine there's another part of you that's somewhere in a tunnel.
Stop. Oh my god, that movie seriously is so scary. Just the premise of it is scary. I keep thinking like some like weird twacked out version of Kayla's gonna try to come kill me.
I'm just trying to. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I was talking to my friend about it. And I was like, well, I said I made a joke, and I said I felt really bad because I done gave out all of my DNA to 23andMe and told them to do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. And I said if they out here making
they're making your tether right now.
If they making a tether of me, I'm gonna be on the lookout. I was like, I know I got super soldier genetics.
Some twacked out version of Britain sitting at a table doing
I said they're looking for a straight black Captain America looking Britain. That's the one. 100%. So be careful with these ancestries and these 23s and me's, because that actually freaked me out. Just the idea that like they have my DNA and can do whatever they want.
Yeah. That's why I feel like that's why certain people, groups of people, don't give samples to ancestry.
Certain groups. What do you mean? Who?
Like a lot of like Native Americans.
Okay.
Haven't.
Okay.
There's no way to know because there aren't enough samples because they don't want to give samples. And I actually need to research why. Because my theory is that they don't do it because, like, either you're a part of the tribe or not. But just because you get some piece of paper that says you're 16% blah 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 doesn't mean that you can come into it. You know what I mean?
It's like me saying that I can claim my whiteness now because I'm like 20% Irish.
Right.
I'm not. I'm like 13.
I was like 20.
13, no something like 13.
And tell us about 9. Freeze.
Oh,
Free got her DNA.
My pup. I love her to pieces. You know, it took a while for us to really cement our bond. I mean, love was always there, but like, I really love my pup now.
It was bad timing, Britain.
Yeah, it was bad timing for everything, for a few things.
Yeah.
So, they call it wisdom panel. It's for your dogs. And if anybody out there wants a wisdom panel, let me know, because I can send you one, you know what I'm saying? To figure out your dog's ancestry and where they come from in their lineage. And my pup is 50% Chihuahua, which I want to give first and foremost, all the glory to Scary over here. Because she was the first one to say Spice.
Scary Spice.
She was the first one to say she's Chihuahua. No, she really is Britain. So bravo to you.
I did. Thank you.
You did that. You did that, Mama.
I did that.
In the other percentage, she is half Schnauzer.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful combination. It worked well for her because
it did. She's a beautiful dog. She looks like a little deer. I always think she looks like a little deer.
She's my little dire wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, for me.
Roscoe just got a haircut.
Yes, and he's cute and adorable, and he looks like he's coming down a little bit.
Thank you. We're trying, man. It's hard. It's hard to put your dog on a diet.
So, is that everything you learned? Next up.
It's a vibe. What does the music for that one sound like?
Which one?
It's a vibe.
Yeah, I made that. I had to find a chopped and screwed version of It's a Vibe. And then I just did a snippet.
I love it. It's a vibe. Okay, you got It's a Vibe? You want to do... I only have 2.
I do not know what I have. I'm just turning the...
Hold on just a second.
No, I'm not doing it. Look at who shows up the second we started talking about him.
Oh my gosh, he is so pretty.
He really is.
Kenny's asking me for like insurance information. I'm like, really, bro? Really, bruh?
Well, girl.
Oh.
Oh, I have another one. Okay.
They should come out with a Planet Earth 3. That would make me so happy.
What is happening with my thumbs today?
Mhm.
All right, I got mine.
That fast?
Yeah. I only have 3. You said you have 3, right? You said you have 3, right?
Yeah.
I have 3. Oh, Caritha. Caritha was on here. Hey, Caritha. Hey, Darnell. What's going on? You still watching? Oh, somebody wrote cockroaches. What does that mean?
What?
Rivera-Ronas wrote cockroaches. I don't know what that means. Were we talking about something about cockroaches?
Oh, Rosanna. That's Gus's girlfriend.
She said cockroaches?
That's it?
Rivera is her name?
Rosanna.
But look at the name. It says Rivera-Ronas.
I know, but her name is Rosanna.
Oh, well, hi. Are we cockroaches? Is she saying we're cockroaches?
I'm not quite sure.
Would she be angry at us?
No.
Okay.
Cockroaches. I don't know.
Where did the cockroaches come? Also, hey, Quinn. Also,
Hey,
shout out to Quinn. Shout out to Detached Thoughts, because what a brilliant fucking album.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get Quinn back on the show.
For sure.
All right.
We should do that soon. We should start doing like double up. Having people back. Update.
Shake that laffy tappy. That laffy tappy. Shake that laffy tappy. That laffy tappy. Girl, shake that laffy tappy. That laffy tappy. Candy girl.
Whoa.
That was a struggle at the end.
But
I made it.
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
So it's a vibe. Oh, wait. She's just funny. What did she say?
I can't read it.
Of course, Caitlin. You're not even going to try to get your ass up.
Well, I'm busy.
Oh, no. About the animals that were ruled after humans.
Oh, no. That's disgusting.
I thought you were calling us cockroaches.
Yeah. I was like, what?
I was like, oh, my God. Our first negative comment. Oh. I was like, we made it. Like
Cockroaches. That's a good one, though. Also, there was a scene on Planet Earth. Okay, I know I'm talking about Planet Earth a lot. Just humor me for a moment. There's an episode about this island that has like locusts who come in and they just fucking ravage the entire island and then they immediately die. But they multiply. I mean, they are fucking.
That's in the Bible.
It is. Yeah, it's one of the rapture.
Oh, we know.
Things. But whoa.
Not here for
whoa. It's a good thing that the climate changes so that they all die.
Yeah.
But
locusts.
Yo, if something happened and the climate weren't to change, they could travel a long way
and fast.
Yeah, and they would fuck everything up.
Wow.
Woo!
Sorry to make this such a dark episode. So we have it's a vibe. So what you should I go first? Oh, actually I have 4. Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
New music from Ciara. She came out with this new video, Thinking About You or something like that. Cute video. Issa Rae makes an appearance via telephone call on it, which is quite funny. But my thing with C is just like,
is there any range?
I just miss her. It's very poppy. It's very glam. It's very Hollywood, LA. It's kind of the approach with her music that she's been taking since it appears that she left her Atlanta roots.
Oh.
So we don't have the Princess of Crunk and B anymore.
Got you.
You know, and that's kind of the Ciara that I grew up with, and that's the Ciara that I was accustomed to, and the one I really enjoy. Because Promise, honey, Promise, and and those first 3 albums, I was like, okay, I'm here.
Really liked Ciara.
No, first 2 albums.
Mm-hmm. I really liked Ciara. I don't listen to her anymore.
I know. She
did make some crossover at some point, and I was like,
but it didn't land.
Yeah.
But she's still a superstar. She still figured out how to get her bag. She still figured out how to keep herself relevant, which I think is brilliant.
And that's what makes it a vibe.
And she's sick. Her body is sickening.
Yeah. And her and Russell, oof. What a beautiful little couple.
I know. I just feel like it's very tame sex. Maybe not.
Well, considering they waited, like not a lot of people do that.
That's true. What a holy thing to do.
So you're probably right. It's probably
You never know. I mean, you never know. I mean, hey, you might put it down.
I would imagine he does. Or I don't know.
I'm sure they have a gorgeous daughter.
They are just
and son, even though that's Future's child. But that, gorgeous kids. Okay. Gorgeous people in general.
Whoa. All right. Okay, it's a vibe. Beyonce and Jay-Z winning the allyship award.
It's a definite vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely a vibe.
Definitely.
No character or personality, but a vibe. Completely.
People were like upset about it, and it was like,
what do you mean?
There were people who were like, they don't deserve it. They've never done anything for the gay community.
And I think
I'm like, okay, hold on,
wrong.
but y'all stand Ariana Grande? Are you serious?
Oh, sleeves.
Come on. Come on.
Sweater.
Knee high.
Tail. Ponytail. No, I was talking to Travis about this at the tattoo shop yesterday, but one of the things I will commend them on is that along with them keeping their lives private, they keep the work that they do for people private as well.
Absolutely.
Just because they're not letting you in on all their secrets don't mean they ain't putting forth no work, and they definitely have done that.
Good
and
morning.
I mean, just think about like the people that Beyonce has employed. These are LGBTQ people, LGBTQ plus people of color, all the time. Like, so it's just because people aren't really considering all of the elements and the factors. Like, not everybody knows what goes on in your daily life, so you don't want anybody making assumptions off of that.
And here's the thing too, is that like Beyonce and even like Lizzo's performance was amazing.
Lizzo's a beast.
She really is. I'm obsessed with her. She's my new fave. But the thing about like artists like Lizzo and Beyonce are that they are unapologetically themselves, which then encourages people to also unapologetically be themselves. Well, they're gonna do what they want to do, and they're gonna do it for the audience they want to do it for.
Absolutely.
And not apologize for
Beyonce. But I will say that she stepped into her blackness, and that feels very authentic.
Bingo. Yes, she did. And she stepped into it hard. All right, your turn.
I think these are quite funny and quite a vibe. I know the material. First of all, disclaimer. Let's just go with it first. The surviving Cardi B memes. I just think they are hilarious.
It's a vibe. They are so funny. Like where it's like a picture of Cardi, but it's blurred.
It's blurred.
I'm
dying. Those had me on the floor. They're an absolute
They
vibe.
are so funny. I think people need to fucking lay off her.
Absolutely.
Shut the fuck up.
Absolutely.
She is not the one out. Yeah. Come on. She's not the one. Don't do it.
And she's fessed up to it. She's talked about that this is a means for her to survive. I mean, she's admitted to it. She's apologized for it. She regrets it. But the fact that you all are ready to kind of tear her down instantly. Versus and compare to people like R. Kelly, who's been doing this for decades. Who's displayed this behavior since, it's completely different. We don't want to have that conversation at all. Because, I mean, it's just those double standards and that bullshit that you let men slide, that you don't let women get away with. Not even for a second, not a snap of a finger.
Hell off her.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
It's a vibe or not. All charges have been dropped against Jussie Smollett, and people are still confused about what's going on. It's a vibe or no?
I'm going to say, first, on a previous show, I had said that I had a theory about the whole Jussie Smollett situation. And the theory is that and it's very wacky, I think that there were higher powers that were involved and responsible for this happening.
Chicago PD.
Yes, but also Lee Daniels. I feel like Lee Daniels orchestrated, because I was like, it played out too much like an episode of Empire. It was like a literal episode of Empire. I was like, that's some shit that's a plot that would happen on Empire.
You're doing some like
and he thought that, and they thought that I really feel Lee Daniels is sneaky. I don't care what nobody say.
Yes, I could see that.
I saw Damon Dash pull up on him for his money. So if Lee Daniels can hold back somebody's money and have Damon Dash roll up on him at an event and let him have it, there's no telling what other stuff you'll be capable of doing. I just think Lee Daniels has something to do with it, and I think he's not going to get any rap for it. But that's just my theory. And of course, we're talking about Chicago Police Department, I don't understand how so quickly they got out all of these investigators, all of these legislative officers.
They moved on that
They moved
quick.
And y'all hoes won't do none of that for these black and brown people that y'all stay killing out in the streets. None of it.
And they said it was because he was a celebrity. I was like, no.
Trash. He's not that much of a celebrity, y'all.
I didn't know who Jussie Smollett was
until I mean, he is a celebrity, but like he's not.
He's not.
And people aren't checking. People aren't like, oh, let me go get that Jussie Smollett album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even know he probably actually does real music. You know, I felt like this was a publicity stunt. Is it a vibe? I don't think he needed to go to jail because there's way more shit that's going down that needs to be addressed in general. I'm undecided.
Our lives ended.
Oh, it's okay. We still got Facebook.
Our lives
still got
ended?
YouTube.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Our live video.
Well, you know, you can only do it for a certain amount of time. It's okay.
Okay. Your turn.
The meme of R. Kelly with the caption, Tyler Perry's reaction to giving black folks films they want to see. That shit had me on the floor. Absolute floor. Like,
that shit is so funny. It's
down
so
to the
funny.
ground. Down to the ground.
No offense, Tyler Perry, but also offense.
But the fact that they tagged the R. Kelly meme on it, like,
yeah.
R. Kelly, just the talented people who have put together like clips in their YouTube videos with R. Kelly's reactions during that interview. It's really
incredible, like what people are like, what people have the time for. It's insane.
Absolutely, you know.
It's nuts.
Okay. So that's it for me.
The hospital scene in Grey's Anatomy.
I did not watch this.
Oh, you didn't?
I saw my sister Aaliyah posted something on her page about it, but I don't watch Grey's Anatomy.
I don't watch Grey's Anatomy either, but I had heard about the scene, and so I read an article about it, and they had the clip of the scene. It's really pretty powerful.
Are you going to tell me?
Yeah, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, stop listening for, I don't know, the next 3 or 4 minutes. So the episode is about the episode's about a couple things, but one of the storylines is a young girl comes in and has been sexually assaulted, and she says to her doctor they have to take her in for surgery or something. Okay. I'm not sure what, but she's on a gurney, and they're rolling her down the hallway, and she had said to her doctor, like, seeing a man just it's triggering for me because it makes me feel like I see my attacker every time I see a guy. So her doctor told all of the women in the hospital building to line the halls. So then when they were carting her down the hall to get ready for the surgery, it was just all women doctors, kind of like there to support her. It's really emotional. But a lot of the women who were in the hallway were actually people who worked on the show, like crew members and stuff. Who had dressed up and Shonda Rhimes had to fight because ABC brought notes back for that episode saying, no, you can't show like the cotton swab for the rape test kit. You can't do this. And Shonda Rhimes wrote ABC back and said, I respectfully decline these notes, but thank you. I'm gonna go on with the episode as I wrote it. And ABC said, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Go ahead. Never mind.
I wish they would have put that same energy to that episode of Blackish that y'all didn't let show. But shout out to Shonda for standing her ground, as she should. Because I'm sorry, Shonda has given ABC fucking like
so much money. Ridiculous. Grey's Anatomy is one of the most popular series on the planet.
Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, Schmurder. Yeah, like, come on. Yeah. She's giving y'all everything. How dare y'all try to like stop her? This is See, this is what happens. Stop trying to silence women.
Because we're going to fuck you up. Right?
Let me stop before I find out YouTube is owned by ABC. And then they'd be like, sorry, your show can't be. You thought. Okay.
Suddenly,
that's just wild to me. All right, well.
So, shout out to Shonda Rhimes. You should have been there.
Thank you for standing. Shonda Rhimes, you are an honorary Babe of the Week because I didn't know this about you. I didn't know you said I respectfully decline. Work.
I respectfully decline your notes. She was like, oh, yeah, I read it, but no thanks. I'm good. I don't need you.
Don't forget, I own this bitch. I'll take my shit and go.
Right after they got Shonda's response, they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, my bad. Oh, sorry.
That's hilarious. Well, that does it for today's show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for continuing to listen and, I guess embracing us and letting us know that you care.
Jesus. Okay. Anyway.
Shout out to Hadar, who just got her full citizenship. Shout out to you, honey. I love that
she dressed the part. She had the red jacket on, bitch.
I know.
She was in
I wish she was blue.
Stylish. Huh?
I said I wish the jacket was blue.
Oh.
I'm messing because red Republican, the whole thing. I'm joking, you know.
Yeah.
And she was holding the flag, and I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know about the flag stuff. But I'm proud of you for the hard work that you put in, and like you're just making it happen. She's my sister. We met in Israel. We became friends in Israel. Actually, we met in Israel when I was. Well, I think I've spoken about this before when I was touring with the company from Mexico, and we stayed in touch all of these years. So I've really had a chance to just see her grow and become this incredible woman.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really proud of her. I'm proud of the music that she's doing, and I'm proud of her really figuring out her artistry.
I listen to her quite a bit because she comes up on my shuffle all the time. She is so very talented.
Yeah.
When she does those Instagram videos of like just her singing a cappella, her voice is really like it is really beautiful.
It carries, sis.
Yes, and it's so well like crafted. She has such beautiful control.
Absolutely.
I love her voice.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, I love you, Hadar.
Thank you
don't
all.
Don't ever think I don't.
Okay? Thank you all. Continue to support by listening anywhere you can find a podcast. Thank you, X-Ray. Thank you, Cable. Thank you, Portland. Thank you, friends and family that support us. If you feel so moved, feel free to contribute by giving us money at our Patreon. Because we want to hire our publicist.
Yes. Yeah, amongst other things.
Amongst other things, absolutely.
Get a check, you know.
Yes.
Get money, get paid. Okay.
Hey. Well, love you, Kay.
Love you. Thanks.
Go get some rest. Drink your water.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
It's
been an honor.
Thank you, Scary J.
It takes a village to.
Oh. Okay. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do it?
No, I'm not going to be able to come up with it.
Okay.
My brain is fried. It takes a village to
be a real friend.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Oh, not good enough is what I heard, bitch. Okay, another one. I thought I had a moment too. I was all being sentimental. I gave her the look and everything, and she quickly diffused that situation, didn't she? She's like, "Oh, that's pretty basic." No. Let's see.
I was, you know, where my mind went to us. I was thinking about something about tethers or something.
It takes a village to be tethered.
Should we hold hands?
Boom,
that's so
boom,
scary.
So,
that part where she starts clicking and the kid just takes off, I was like, fuck that! I'd be the fuck out of there like, so fast.
Little girl, run. Run. Little girl, once upon a time.
I was like, when she started talking, I was like, this is so frightening.
I like the title. It takes a village to be tethered. Stack my money fast to go. Fast like a Lambo. Scoot, scoot, scoot.
Fast to go.
Fast to go. I be jumping off the stage. Oh.
Jumping.
Crowd better save her. Can't believe we made it.
This is what we're.
It takes a village to cut this off.
Holy fucking shit. My head is pounding.
Can I turn the lights off first before we continue with any more incriminating things? No, just kidding.
I just have a migraine today, that's all. Duh. I really wore these sunglasses the whole episode. I feel like I'm gonna die.